Hello guys, here is a in-garage tank review of the Tier 9 Russian heavy tank, or one of the Tier 9 Russian heavy tanks, the IS8. It's just a quick little thing about the IS8 is it almost has, well, it's very weak armour, but it almost performs like a medium with a heavy tank gun, which is nice. If you're looking for a very heavily armoured Russian heavy tank with a good big gun, you probably want to take the KV, we'll go from the KV1 to the T150 along there, and then you get the more heavily armoured tanks. So the ST1, not great, but the KV4, let's just have a look. 180 millimeters at the front. That is just amazing. At tier 8, almost impenetrable. Tried to face one myself, very hard. Yeah, 150 at the sides, still really good. Some tanks 2 tiers lower can't penetrate, but sometimes they will. Anyway, we are here for the IS8, not the KV4. Alright, so now you know that. Let's go on with the review. So, 1,800 hit points. I've got 1,700 here, but that's because I don't have the upgraded turret yet. I'm saving all my XP up for the 60,000 XP for the Top Gun. So this is almost stock. I don't have this one, luckily. So I said 175mm penetration. I unlocked that on the IS3, luckily, or I actually unlocked it on the IS, I think, which is good. So you don't want to be using that same gun carried on from the IS to the IS3 and then on this, because you just won't penetrate anything. Even with this, it's hard to penetrate quite a few other heavy tanks in your tier. Anyway, so 1,800, not bad. I mean, it's not an absolute massive amount, but it does its job. You can take a fair few hits. Alright, so around 50 tons with my setup at the minute, but up to about 60 tons. 700 horsepower. I don't think I have the upgraded engine. Nope. 750 horsepower. And this thing can get up to a top speed of 50 kilometers per hour. And this is a heavy tank, so that's pretty good. Traverse speed 30. That's not bad. Armour, now this is where it's lacking, but you can't have that top speed with a lot of armour. So 120mm at the front. The upper pike nose is good. You don't want to be angling against other tanks, otherwise here becomes flat. And I'm sure they won't be stupid enough to shoot this side here. So yeah, you want to be engaging the target front on. But unlike the IS3, you have a massive lower glacis, and because you don't have, if you angle, this bit then becomes weak, but if you don't angle, this thing's weak. So not the best design. So you usually penetrate it quite easily. If you come across, let's just say an E75, you probably won't penetrate him with this gun. With the Top Gun, you might want to be aiming at his weak spots, but he will penetrate you every time here. And if you angle, he will shoot here. So quite hard. You probably, if you're nose to nose, you definitely want to go straight. You don't want to start angling just to make this area more effective. Anyway, what's next? Turret armour. Well, it's all pretty bouncy. Just look how rounded it is. 201mm on the front. I don't think I've ever really been penetrated on the front. 148 on the sides and 50 at the back. So the back's where you want to be shooting. The side, you just want to go for the hole, to be honest. Not many weak spots. I mean, this hatch could be a weak spot. I'm not entirely sure. Probably is. Let's just have a look. Turret reverse speed 26. Not amazing, but combined with the traverse speed, it's quite good. 380 meter view range. It's pretty standard. Do I have the top radio? No, second to top. You can have 730 meter signal range, which is good enough, to be honest. You don't need anything more than that. So let's have a look at the gun, just because I don't have this top gun here. Alright. So you have 4.7 rounds per minute. You're probably going to want vents and gun rammer on this tank just to pump out more rounds so you can do more damage. Alright, so penetration, about 260 millimeters, which is pretty good. Compared to this BL9 I'm using, which only has, I think, around 225. Which is still pretty good, but it's just not the best. Alright, average damage 440, which is pretty good compared to the 390 on the BL9, which you'll be using on the IS3 hopefully, because grinding the first gun on here is just, you just want to get it on the IS3. Alright, 0.38 accuracy, which is actually really good for a Russian gun. So that's actually good. I mean, it's not that good compared to other tanks, but it's still good for a Russian tank or Russian heavy. Aiming time 3.4 seconds, which is pretty bad, so you might want some equipment to counter that and make it a little bit less, and that's it. This gun is actually used on the ST1 as well, and the IS4, which is a tier 10 heavy. Alright, so that is it. Actually no, let's look at crew skills. I've gone repair for all of them, and then for some reason I just got Sixth Sense. I think it was more of the idea when I'm round a corner, I will be spotted, but I'm not sure why I had that. The gunner, let's see what else he can get. I don't think I can actually see. Oh yeah, here we go. What would you have? Snapshot, maybe. And that's probably it, to be honest. Firefighting, I don't know. But repairs is essential for your first skill. The driver, let's just have a look at this. Maybe off-road driving, you're not really going to be firing on the move if you're that's a pretty stupid thing to do. Clutch braking, maybe, yeah, but definitely repairs first time. There isn't really any decent, well, let's just have a look. The commander, you might want mentor, it's up to you. Recon, you don't really want to be spotting anyway, or scouting. You're not going to be scouting. And then the radio operator skills that he also gets. You don't really need any of these, so I'm not sure, just repairs first time. And loader, you might want safe stowage as a second skill. And that's probably it, you don't want that. But definitely repairs as your first skill. And I think that's about it now, guys. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like or subscribe, and do consider getting this or working up the line. It is a great tank to drive, especially when there's only a few of you tier 9s in the game. You can really dominate. So yeah, I'll see you next time.